A Maverick and Renegade production. Creepshow. Season 1, Episode 3. Enemies want to disagree. Travel the world down 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Use you. Some of them want to be used by you. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Someone use you. Someone used by you. Someone use you. Someone wants to be abused. Using Moving on. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them will you. Some of them wanna get used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them wanna be abused. You, you, inside. There's you. What's inside you? And pause for dramatic effect. The Creep Show, Season 1, Episode 3. Episode 3, start now. Son of a gun. Okay, now to start my day off, and oh, I forgot. We're doing this now. My room is 207, so Izuku's room is 206, so I just go down from, not up from. It's a good thing I remembered that. But I wonder if he's still asleep. If I'm able to check underneath his door, maybe I'll be able to see just from the crack. Okay. I gotta get dressed first. Who knows, like, maybe it's the other part of the mission. Like, I should getting rid of those white cleric clan mages. Because of the whole thing with Kurama. Yeah, we will probably be finishing off the real meat and potatoes of the mission. Getting rid of an entire clan of mages. I'm not exactly sure how strong these guys are supposed to be, but if Kurama could literally transform from her Biju form and human form back and forth at will, now, and nothing really feels different inside of me. So it really is like Kurama never left. That sealing array / spell thing. It's interesting. Half Fuinjutsu, half magical spell of the dark arts. Or at least, I believe that's what I remember hearing. The dark arts. But then again, like Dark said, not everything that's dark is necessarily evil, and not everything that's light is necessarily good. Hence why we're in the dark domain, even though we're trying to defeat evil. But I'm still worried about my friends. The friends that I did have. If any. Did they really care about me? Naruto, it's not time to freaking dawdle on that. Dawdle. When did I pick up dawdle as a part of my vocabulary? This is what this place does to me. Anyways, gotta go check everything's on. Even my headband? Can't lose that. Never forgive myself. I lost my headband. Now, okay. There's my door. And my lucky access card. Number 107. Just, okay. Now, stealth Naruto. Remember your stealth. Look underneath. Oh my god, it looks like Izuku's actually getting dressed around the time that I got finished. I did not need to see that, but I did anyways. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, we're both boys. So what is it gonna matter just seeing it once? I mean, it's not like I'm turned on or anything. I'm not homosexual or anything, right? Why is it touching the floor? Not that close, am I? Naruto, what are you doing on the floor? And what is your, Naruto? Can we talk for a second? Izuku, I was planning on actually getting you for the next part of our big mission thing. I guess his Dark wanted us to rest before we finished. Yeah, but he never set in particular time last time I checked. Anyways, I seeing as he never really did, or last time I checked, he never did. I think we might still have time to talk about this. Okay, what is woke? Okay, if you wanted to talk in private, all you had to do is ask. Jesus. This is something that I really need to talk in private with you about. I noticed what you were trying to hide. You were looking at me, weren't you? Not for long. I mean, just recently. And you saw me dressing. Yeah, I saw you. What you were doing, putting your pants on last. I usually don't go in that order. Usually it's the other way around. But seeing as this is a whole new thing, I thought I would try some sort of a different order. I guess in a way of commemorating that it's a different thing. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought it anyways. And so I did things in a different order whenever it came to dressing. So that's why you were most likely to see that. And I realized what was literally hanging to the floor whenever I saw you. Naruto, we need to talk about this. We can't just leave things like this hanging in the air. Oh, sorry, Izuku. I didn't mean for it to do that. I don't know what came over me. Besides, I don't even know why it does that. Naruto, you and me both know that, from what we've been able to learn about each other, that that's a blatant lie. Okay, fine, I kind of do. But I really don't know if that's a full reason to. Naruto, if you don't fully think that you're committed to being a homosexual, that's fine. Some people can accept it, some people can't. That just shows self-confidence or lack of self-confidence. Lack thereof, and everything. I'm totally self-confident. Then why are you denying it? You literally, Naruto, your penis doesn't do that. At least from what I've been told. Your penis doesn't do that unless you're having an erection. At least that's what it's called. Man, talking about this is weird. But at least I'm talking about it with another male. It's not like I'm talking about it with a woman. I don't know if I feel better about that or weirder about that. But at least I'm trying to stabilize things. Oh, well, it's just having an erection over another boy. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't feel right either. And so your village probably looks down upon homosexuals? Or did before you were dropped off here with me? I myself don't really know what my, in particular district where I lived in, felt about homosexuality. you having an erection over seeing me undressed. Well, partly undressed. I really don't know what that would entail if people figured out about you being erect over seeing my naked body, or half naked body, to be completely true. I was already halfway dressed. Oh, and by the way, Zuko, you look freaking banging in the clothes you chose. And that there proves it. Plus, I don't think you would still be erect while saying that if you weren't a homosexual yourself. Well, only, I think, a little bit. I don't think I'm full blown. There's the denial. Listen, Naruto, if you have these feelings, but they're to the certain extent to where it's only towards an in particular person, it still makes you homosexual. You may want to hide from it because you might not like the way people will look at you. Well, why should I? I'm already looked at bad enough in my village for what I contain inside of me. So, if they were to know that I was also a homosexual, what do you think they would think? And there's the truth, all the truth and nothing but the truth where it comes out. You know you're homosexual, but you're so blown over hell and high water over what you already contain and what they think of you for that you don't want anyone to know about any sort of homosexuality you may have. Which, Naruto, if it makes you feel better, I'm free to admit it, just so that you can know it's okay. Wait, what? You? I was thinking of peeking to see if you were awake too. I didn't know if you were, and I wanted to check before I just, tried to barge right in. Plus, it would be pretty hard with the fact that these are kind of contact cards and we can't really go in if the doors are locked. So it would still be kind of hard to just barge in. But still, I would have at least liked to check, make sure that I wasn't running into anything, that I shouldn't be. So, when did you figure out that? Well, Naruto, you may not know this, but underneath all that orange, kill me orange jumpsuit, you actually have a pretty good body. And I am free to say that. No matter what anyone has to think about me. Because I will not let people judge me, or at least I will not let people's judging of me hurt me just because I have a lack of self-confidence that is brought on by something in my past. It's okay to admit if you have a little bit of a lack of self-confidence, Naruto. I'm not gonna kill you over it, and I don't think anybody else would. Well, at least, even if they did try, I don't think Dark would let them. He seems to be pretty okay with you as you are, and I don't think he frowns on homosexuality like some people may think he would. He seems to be a very fair person. Well, once you look past some of his quirks, but that's just him being him. That's just a person being who they are. And, well, nothing more, nothing less. people have the way that they are, and if a person acts a certain way, that's just how they act and how they are. That's just that person. And you can't really take that away from them because, well, you'd be taking away who they were. And that's just all sorts of wrong. I can already tell you without needing any further explanation. So you don't frown on me for liking your bod? Because you like my bod too? Naruto, I already said, from what I could see, underneath all that jumpsuit, kill me orange jumpsuit at that. Though I suppose my green isn't all that much better for stealth. So I guess we can both look to improve what we have currently. But anyways, underneath all of it, I see a very well-looking man. I mean, considering the fact that after what we've done so far, I don't think we should be nearly as green as once we were once thought to be. At least in Dark's eyes. I don't know, but at least I would think. So, you two are freely admitting it now? Ow! Ow, that's my neck! Ow! Raven, where did you come from? More like Jeff, where did you come from? Were you in the floor the entire time? Well, I kinda have a hangover. And I thought I would relieve it with a little bit of tension. In between these two lovebirds over here. Jeff? Kagebushin no Jutsu? One measly clone? You know how easy these things are supposed to be able to be destroyed, right? I mean, I'm not an idiot. At least I know about how easy these things are supposed to be able to be destroyed. Wait, what are you doing with your hand? Wait, Naruto? Naruto, what are you doing? Rasengan! What the... And that's for making fun of who I am as a person. Jesus, Naruto, what the hell was that? What I said it was. Rasengan. Only reserved for the highest level of asshole. And plus, he was snooping on us. I was only trying to make sure everything was alright before I barged in. This asshole was trying to play, kicks on our asses. Looking where he shouldn't, when he shouldn't. Let me finish him. I've got a bone to pick with him. Naruto? Naruto? Calm down. But, calm down, Naruto. I don't like it any more than you do. But hey, maybe later. You know what I mean? Izuku, you aren't seriously admitting it straight in front of his face, are you? Why should I care? I have nothing to fear. I mean, it's not like that guy could take a literal 10% one-for-all Detroit smash to the face after taking whatever the hell a Rasengan is straight into the chest. You too, asshole. That hurt. Well, I guess I'm no longer needed then. Actually, Raven, maybe a girl would help with consultants about this. Me and Izuku just figured out we're kind of into each other, and we were wondering, maybe from your point of view, how exactly we're supposed to deal with the fact that we are both, the homo word, and, we're kind of okay with it for some reason. Maybe someone of the opposite sex could also be, helpful for, figuring out something about that. Well, boys, if you really wanted to know my opinion on the matter, don't care what other people think. Nani? Literally, I've spent all my life drenched in my own sorrows because of everybody else's opinions on me, and look where I ended up. Not exactly to say that I don't like dark, but the way I ended up where I ended up wasn't exactly the most ceremonious of ways anyone could end up here. In fact, I hate the memories. Well, I like here, I hate how I got here. So, just from that, you should know that you shouldn't hide who you are. You shouldn't flaunt it around either. Be yourselves. Whoever you are, be it. Don't try to hide it with some sort of mask. That only makes things worse in the end game. And trust me, I would know. I'm actually, just like you guys, one of the people who got here through certain means. Technically, everyone is. They have their own ways that they got in this whole deal, and some of them aren't exactly as great as others. Technically, there's always something negative in the reason why someone's here. Always something negative that either happened or is a part of their lives now because of the ordeal, which is actually getting a part of this. Because of what exactly it entails and who exactly our enemies are and everything else under the sun to do with it. So, as you can probably tell, it would just probably put a lot less strain on you if you were to just accept who you are and stop trying to hide from it. If you like the person of the same gender, like the person of the same gender. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to show your feelings. Plus, the whole thing about hiding your emotions because that's what a certain someone would do, that's a bunch of bull crap, a load of bull crap, and even Dark can tell you that. A profession that requires you to hide your own emotions isn't a profession which is worth following. Just letting you two know that, if you didn't already. Thanks, Raven. That actually helped a lot. More than you'll probably ever know. Well, I'm glad that you think that my advice is helpful, Naruto. Well, Naruto isn't the only one. I think that was actually very enlightening as well. From now on, we'll try not to be as dodgy whenever it comes to the subject. In fact, we only recently truly figured out this morning. And I think Naruto figured out for the same reason I figured out. We were both wanting to figure out about the next part of the mission, seeing as we were actually given break time. Well, yeah, And Raven, technically, since you were tailing us, what really did you get out of the mission? A lot more than you'll ever know, boys. A lot more than you'll ever know. Technically, the people that contacted Dark over the phone, I was also contacting previously. So you would know who they were? Exactly. However, it's a little bit dodgy of a subject, so I'm sure to tell you or not. I mean, I really don't like keeping secrets if I don't necessarily have to or want to, but certain people, you have to wonder if you should take the gamble. Boy, oh boy, has this become a day already. This has become a day. Well, if I'm to be completely honest, one of them is actually always wasn't one of us. In fact, Dark is actually having a hard time on actually pinpointing them to be a member, considering their previous affiliation. It was actually a wonder how a certain someone was able to detain them. Then again, they have their own talents. Jonathan, you can come out now. Oh, yes, Raven. I know you and me ourselves, we haven't exactly had the best of relations. Well, who's the creepy guy? Oh, yeah, so those the greens that were talked about. Yeah, but now they're more of a lukewarm green, considering a good part of our mission has already been finished. Jonathan, and I assume you know quite well the person, the other one, who was on the other side, like you, of that call. Ah, yes, the captive. She didn't last long after the fear toxin spread in. Who knew that my upgraded version could even spread to those affiliated with Zalgo? Wait, if this lady was affiliated with Zalgo, then should we not even trust them one bit? That's the thing. She's actually spilled a lot after the fear toxin made its way to its fifth stage within her very being. This blend was a very special one. In fact, it even gave us some insight on why she would be with Zalgo. And even the point to where she broke down, allowing us to be able to get close enough to actually be able to consider her trustworthy. Jonathan, you crazy bastard. You made a powerful enough serum to do that to one of Zalgo's highest members. Well, she wasn't that high on the pecking order, even in Zalgo's mind. To tell the truth, I mean, after all, that was part of the reason why the toxin was even used. To make sure that there were no lies spread. If an enemy is under fear, they're less likely to blatantly lie to you. Because they'll be too busy in their own suffering, pain, and suffering. Oh, so much of it. This lady who calls herself Scarecrow. It's very interesting how she got into the paws of that Zalgo. And considering we have a very similar, you could say, visage, things were interesting in the interrogation room. That was before we were able to get what we needed yet. And we deemed her a valuable asset, much in the way we deem Jeff a valuable asset. Only valuable certain times, but the certain times that he is valuable, he is very valuable. Boys, meet Miss Scarecrow. She just likes to be called Scarecrow. Hello, you two. There seems to be residual traces of the fear toxin still flowing through her. Wait, she looks more like an inanimate object than anything. Well, that, my dear boy, is because she is. However, sometimes even inanimate objects can gain their own soul, and if tempted enough, that soul can be tainted. Such as what happened with Miss Scarecrow. Yes, you had very ambitious goals, didn't you? And Zalgo played you right into his hand. Well, at least he isn't exactly a liar. The signs were there. It's just you and your mindset couldn't see them. The mindset that you were in. You were after that boy, and he was after someone else. It seems it was love that took you down. A broken heart that caused you to crumble into Zalgo's hands. You don't have to rub it in. Oh, but it seems I do in order for us to get our message clear of what will happen if you try to turn tail and run back to Zalgo. You think I would after everything about him was made clear to me? I ended up figuring out the hard way that your fear toxin isn't exactly a lying visage. Unlike Zalgo's methods, it's very true to its intention. In other words, I have no reasons to doubt anything you say, as none of you seem to have any real intentions of lying to me. That I was able to see through the effects of the fear toxin. Wait, are you sure we should trust someone who uses fear toxin? And plus, I thought the Scarecrow was known as a villain, a notorious villain. In fact, from, the very criminal underbelly of Gotham. Yes, this is very true. Very, very, very true, Izuku, but, like I said, with Jeff, he is literally known as Jeff the Killer. from wherever you might actually have known him before this. But, like has been said, plus, considering our boss is known as the Prince of Darkness, would you really put it past him to assign someone like Scarecrow to be a part of our little ragtag group? Good point, Raven. Very good point. Plus, Jonathan Crane seems to have simmered down a lot. Yes, just like how you simmered down after you broke off from the Titans, Raven. Now the only link you seem to have to anything similar to that is through Jonathan Constantine. How do you know about that? Well, it seems Doc was very kind in how he was able to easily let me through once he considered me trustworthy enough to know certain knowledge that someone of my ability, he says, should already know. He deems that, in terms of ability and my service to the team, I am actually in very high regard. Same regard as you, actually. Even though we are, in ways, very different in regard to the team's inability, we are very the same, as we are put in the same level in his eyes. You and me the same level? Well, considering the way you are and the way I've been in the past, I guess I wouldn't put it past him to assign us at the same level. Someone like Dark could never put us as green. Especially not someone like you. Or me, considering my father was Trigon, and you just yourself, the methods that you use to get what you want, or used to use what you wanted. There's no way in hell he would put either of us as green, even though we had just now entered. Ah, yes, very intelligible, Raven, very intelligible indeed. So, yeah, now about this, Miss Scarecrow lady. What are we gonna do with her? I guess once I am assigned a room, I will resign to my quarters. That is, unless you have anything for me to do. Well, all I have to do to say to you, lady, is stay clear of Jason. From what I can tell, he has the stench of that type of feeling all around him. And once he gets like that, oh, many people very stay clear of him. Any clue at what this Jason person looks like? Well, not everyone's able to get good photos, but this is what I've been able to procure so far. Images of Jason and his work. Oh, that is indeed definitely concerning. I'll try to steer clear of him. You should. He's not exactly always the most friendly of beings. I know that firsthand. Well, of course you would know it firsthand. Now, Raven, let's not be like that. Well, if you guys don't mind, we're gonna try to figure out what's really left for us to be assigned to do, or if we should really even take part in the rest of the mission. Hmm. Well, I assume the Dark would want you guys to. Though the Wet Cleric Clan mages, they're not exactly those that you should underestimate. Otherwise, unless you want yourselves to become part of human sacrifices or human skin coats, Buffalo Bill style, all in the name of sacrificing to their old gods. Well, I assume Trigor not being one of them anymore, ever since he was banished off to Kamigara. Oh yeah, the whole Kamigara thing. Really, I didn't really think Dark had to go that far. But, like he said, he has his own methods. And for them not to be questioned. Well, you don't question his methods, and I won't, Raven. Trust me, I know better than to question Dark's methods. Well, when exactly are we supposed to know when the next part of the mission is going to start? Well, odds are Izuku will tell us whenever it's going to start. Because, well, he did say that whole thing about militarization of Kurama. Oh yeah, that's right. The more than one form of Naruto's Biju. I guess that would be something important if you want to get this done fast. Hell, if I know Dark, shit's gonna go way overboard way fast. Did somebody call? What the? Oh, a delayed reaction teleportation? Well, you know me. I like to keep my people on my toes. Or their toes, more like. When I see the procured Miss Scarecrow has been reined in, and if what I've been told is true, you've been able to get her to spiel with the fear toxin, the new recipe you made. Ah, yes, indeed I did. Although I was hoping, though, that we wouldn't have to meet on these terms. Jonathan, you know how I like to do my things. And plus, that whole thing about meeting on terms, that was just because I wasn't in the mood for anybody's bullshit that one time. Though I am glad to be safely informed that Jason has made it back from his mission safely. And on the whole thing about Darkiplier and Antisepticeye, it seems that they've been caught up in the whole White Mage business due to PewDiePie, crazy son of a gun. Yes, they seem to have had an altercation with him. PewDiePie, also known to some as Glitch, seem to have ran them into a trap set by the Cleric Clan in order to try and kill us because they could sense we were on Dragonland, so then we might want to come there next. But it seems that Darkiplier and Antisepticeye have been caught in it first. It's not like a trap that's going to hurt them, it's only mortal weapons. But it will be a pain in the ass to try to get out of. Wow, the White Cleric Clan aren't exactly the smartest, they're not exactly the stupidest either. It's going to take a while if nobody does anything to lend a helping hand. So, you're basically going in guns a-blazing? Well, if we want to save them, then yes. But didn't you say that it would be remotely fine? Because of the fact that there was only mortal weapons being used in their traps? Well, yes, but I don't want an especially grumpy Darkiplier and Antisepticeye on my hands. Plus, for all that could be cared about, they could try to use them in their rituals. And if that were to happen, considering it's more likely to be associated with the old gods, that would be an especial pain in my ass. The more stuff that they have to do with the old gods that they end up bringing up, especially with special powerful sacrifices, if they actually believe Darkiplier and Antisepticeye to be sacrifice material, the more annoying doings and just random ass paperwork I have to sign from those that would be disturbed from the White Cleric Clan's actions, even if we finally get rid of them for good this time. And with Kurama, that shouldn't be a problem. However, now we'd only be restricted to certain areas where we could use Kurama's help. Other ones, we'd have to go in guns a-blazing on our own physical strength. Or special-oriented strength if you were wanting to go in more of a superficial hammer. I don't even know if that's the correct definition, but I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, from what I know of Dark already, and what you probably know of Dark already, it's probably a good thing that we not bother. Good, you boys are learning. Now, everyone, let's get it on. It will be a small-scale one, but we will still ensnare ourselves in the jaws of war with the White Cleric Clan mages. And it's not a very pretty war either. First step is basically getting everyone in. Second step is militarizing Kurama in the correct position, or positions. And then once all of that is done, all the pieces in place, and our weapon in situation, and I'll basically be looking over everything from overhead, only dropping by if I actually deem that you guys need the help. Because I'm just that kind of guy. It would be better if you just don't question it. We weren't planning to, sir. We weren't planning to. Right, Naruto? Exactly, Izuku. Exactly. I don't know if that was a pun or not, but I don't care. Anyways, Raven, you're not gonna necessarily be tailing us anymore, considering what this whole war scale plan is going to entail. Sure, maybe in the beginning you'll be doing a little bit of tail riding, but that's only because we don't want to reveal all our cards just yet. A smart general usually doesn't like to reveal his best soldiers until the time is right. Seeing as you are our greens, Naruto and Izuku, you'll be put up right in the front lines. Especially since Naruto, your tail beast, is basically going to be our equivalent of a super tank. Even though I really don't like using my mistress as a weapon. She is still good for purposes like that. And plus, considering our relationship, she's actually a lot more willing. You would not believe how much more willing, actually, considering our relationship. And, well, basically, Naruto, Izuku, you guys being in the front, more experienced of us, ergo, Scarecrow, also known as Jonathan Crane, Milady Scarecrow, or Miss Scarecrow, as you could see or call her, being by the side, and basically Raven being on the other side, just to accompany in case anything went sour, seeing as our relations are still a little bit stiff. And Scarecrow being in Zalgo's past employment and all. I have a very hard time trusting anyone who's ever been in Zalgo's employment in the past. And I would hope that my own men would be able to trust me on that one. The only difference in between Zalgo and Slendy being that at least Zalgo is honest with what he wants to do. Slendy, however, is a lying tard. Whenever it comes to these kind of things. And others, but the less we talk about that, the better. However, considering what I've seen from my little spy network that I also have, yes, Jiraiya isn't the only one, Naruto, I also have my own. From what I've seen, out of the old gods, the Slender Men seem to be the ones that are being used as the main exclamation point for the sacrifices. In other words, they're sacrificing Dark and Anti, Darkiplier and Anti-Septiceye, under the name of the Slenders. Which is pretty stupid considering there's only 2 left. That is, unless you count Trenderman, but he only barely got away last time we encountered each other. No, Splendor Man and Slender Man are the only 2 I actually count, considering I'm actually pretty close to finally killing Trender Man. Don't even get me started on the full Fender Man. Piece of shit. Anyways, considering that the greens will be in the front and my more experienced will be in the back and middle case in the case of certain members, and we will especially know where to militarize our super weapon. We will indeed have finally broke the walls down on the White Cleric clan mages. And once the walls go down, we will truly begin our attack. Though we're going to have to wait till a later time. By later time, I mean a later time of the day. To make sure that they are completely unaware of us before we truly descend upon them. In the day, we'd probably stick out like a sore thumb. It's always important to pick the correct time to launch an attack before you go willy-nilly crazy, especially since the methods we're using are more that of just go guns in a-blazing, especially seeing as we have our own super weapon. We don't really have to worry about much. Except for you guys being more or less being kept to the front side, just so that I can have enough ability to monitor you from my upwards position, as I'll be on the top, being able to have a bird's eye view of everything that goes on. And even able to signal whenever our super weapon is to be truly used. And everybody got that? Because I'm not really in the mood to repeat myself. Well, basically, I think we got the meat and potatoes, what you just said. Yeah, I'm with Izuku. Well, at least our Greens know what the battle plan is. Everyone else, you know that you're to be in the midst of the no man's land territory pose. Whenever we come down, Krakatoa up in this bitch. Like I always say. And only a select few left behind to help truly militarize our super weapon. And only then, once our super weapon has actually been activated and firing upon our enemy, will we truly release all of our intended manpower as of here and now. And, well, basically, as for myself, I will only drop in if I feel that you guys truly need my help. But like I stated before, I'm only here to be the last resort if all else fails. Or I see all else beginning to fail. I don't want everything to fall apart before I descend upon our enemies. Especially the death of important members, and others as well. Don't want our numbers to be dwindled by the biggest annoyances since annoyances ever existed. Or at least close to that title. Not the closest, but definitely close. Tonight, men and women, the White Cleric clan dies, and thus will no longer become an annoyance. Tonight, we strike. Later that very night, well, everything seems to be set in position. Hi, is everyone here? I repeat, is everyone here? Yes, everyone is in position, boss. Izuku's even started calling me boss. How cute. Yeah, everything is in position. I believe he's called you boss. Yes, Naruto, indeed he called me boss. That's nothing for you to worry about. Just as long as we get this done. Okay, boys and girls. Now, I believe you see our targets. The highest officials of the clan first, along with their captives, if you can even call them that properly. Dark Flyer and Antisepticeye. They even seem to be giving us the signals. Dark, Dark, I put the chips in. Ah, my God. This is uncomfortable as hell. Well, Auntie, deal with it. You know you don't have to call me Auntie up whenever we're just around ourselves. Well, technically, with these devices, we're being listened in on, and we can also listen in on others. Ah, yes, that is indeed true. Dark is quite the handy one, isn't he? Oh, yes, I will admit that crazy son of a gun is indeed handy. But that's not the point. The point is, when are you guys going to deploy yourselves? Oh no, I'm only the last minute measure. Plus we have our super weapon, who just also happens to be my mistress. And a certain someone's Biju. And making them the status of Jinchuriki. Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki. Anyways, if you guys were wanting the indefinite plan, well, he sent that code. Wait, that code means... Auntie, you know what that code means, right? Of course! He wouldn't stop drilling codes into our heads. Of course I know what code it is. And if he's planning on using that attack strategy, he must really think these guys are dumb. Well, literally. I mean, picture the people that are basically have us trapped. And they only have us trapped because we let them have us trapped. Because we fear that this would be something, well, in a way, useful. Plus, if they're around, then you know who can't be around. Don't even remind me about that guy. But with all the scripture and pictures around here, so that's the one of the old gods that they want to sacrifice us to. The one they called the White King. I can't believe they actually think the White King, even if he was able to accept sacrifices, like in the old days, would accept us. These guys truly are idiots. And you just had to let us be their little pawns in their little game for this long. And I swear, if my entire body falls asleep before we can actually get saved, I'm blaming you. Auntie, be patient. Or should I say, Adrian, be patient. Oh, well, Damien, don't mind me. I'm just incredibly pissed that this is how we're supposed to go out if all else fails. Don't worry, with Dark and their super weapon, I don't think that there's any chance that they're going to fail. Trust me, I know him. And you know him too, so you should know that there's barely any chance that that could actually be a possibility. Yeah, barely any, as in there is a chance, it's just very slim. I can't understand how you're so carefree, Dark. It's not carefree, it's just having confidence in the people that are supposed to save us. Everyone, please have your attention towards our sacrifices. They will be the sacrifices towards the White King. And once the sacrifices are brought before him, he will reanimate and reign again. Yeah, like he would ever listen to you. Shut up, Auntie. We don't want them to know what we know. Fine, Dark. Fine. And now, with our sacrifices, he will reanimate, and he will bring glory upon us, as we would be his pawns and his rooks in this game of life and death. Man, these guys must be really dense if they think the White King would ever have any association with them. Just because they're white mages doesn't mean that he's going to have any association with them being humans, mortals, as he calls them. Do they not know how much that the White King hated humans? He hates them with a passion. So why do they think anything would ever change over this many millennia? Do they think that they're just so special because they literally dabble themselves in what could be classified as White King merchandise, that he would have anything of a change of opinion? It must make them really stupid. But still, they're a possible threat just in the fact that they've been able to get this close to resurrecting the White King alone. Anyone who's gotten this close, this fast, is a possible threat, or at least deemed to be a possible threat. Regardless of how actually stupid they are, in all reality. Well, men, drop! Is that the signal? Izuku, yes, that's the signal. Drop is the signal. Okay? Drop! Wait, what is the deal with this? What is the deal with the smoke bombs? What? We didn't plant smoke bombs. And that is where I come in. Kagebushin no Jutsu. We're Naruto Uzumaki. Oh, you just had to tell them your identity. Well, I guess now all the secrecy is thrown out the window. Izuku Midoriya, here to save the day. Oh, you believe that you can stop us? We have already begun the sacrificial ritual. And that means you're already too late. You really have no idea how these things work now, do you? At least I had enough sense to read up on how these sacrificial ritual things work. Naruto, you read up on sacrificial rituals? Don't act like you didn't. It was the only thing we really could read up on, considering all the time we had to kill. Well, you're not exactly wrong. And considering everything, my friend isn't exactly wrong on your whole aspect of everything either. You guys must really not know how to do what you're doing. At this point, the White King would probably be pissed if you actually managed to summon him. Even with all the memorabilia, you still have everything all wrong. How dare you say anything wrong about our methods? We have everything as planned. And your plans are dog shit. Wow, Izuku, I didn't know you were that ready to be the motor mouth. Well, I do indeed have to agree with Izuku. Your plans are indeed dog shit. Especially in the means of summoning something like the White King. I heard about what that guy is like, and this is definitely not going to be something that's going to please him, even if you did manage to summon him. Which we don't plan on allowing that to happen. Guys like him deserve to stay in the ground. You know, let the dead stay dead, regardless of how much actual respect we have for the guy or not. Still, let the dead stay dead. Has no one ever taught you that? Considering your actual managed respect for any sort of corpse remains of the White King, my guess is probably not. Wow, Naruto, that was actually pretty impressive. Well, why thank you, Izuku. Or are you just trying to be a flirter just like Dark and my Biju? Silence! Silence, all of you! No, I'm going to answer my friend and then silence you, tards. Unholy bastions of tardom. Tardom. Izuku, you were just a gem. Now, like he said, the only people we're going to be silencing is you, ultra-tards. Anytime actually give us a full signal. Stupid ads. And now here we go. Naruto, counter body slam. Times 3. What are you doing just standing there? Fight them! I don't think so. Ha! See if you can catch this. 10% of one for all. Now, Izuku Clone Barrage. Huh? Kagebushin? No jutsu. Izuki, you've been taking notes? Well, I was often told that I had a methodical mind, so why wouldn't I take notes from someone I liked? Clone body slam, double tornado, Uzumaki, Midoriya, barrage, explosive intentions. Explosive intentions, level 2. How are they so darn fast? Man, do something! Get off your asses and do something! I think they're already good. Huh? Skull in some glass. That will blind you at least. At least it should. Oh, glass in the eyes. Good old trick. Now, double kick. Roundhouse of the mace. Ha! That's a good one. Uzumaki. Midoriya. Double. Barrage. Now, Rasengan. Grab. Huh? Projectile Rasengan. Into the lion's den. 10% of one for all. Rasengan. Ha. Jesus. But is there anything, or these guys have some sort of cloak on them? Beyond the cloaks that are already visible. I think these guys have some sort of protection which makes them extra hard to beat in the last bunch. So they were prepared. Azarath. Wait, who's that? Wait, is that Metreon? Santos! Oh! Wait, there's more of them? This is not good. At this point, the White King will never get resurrected. You act like we want that to happen. Raven! Raven, you're here. No rest for the wicked yet. Yes, that's what it would seem. Well, I don't know how much help I will be, but this scythe should be able to do enough. Hey, don't forget us. John! And is that you, Jeff? Well, who else holds these two knives like I do? With the expertise of a madman. Jeff, you do realize you just repeated yourself. Shut up, you stupid greens. Well, we won't be so green after we pass this little test. Plus, the signal for Kurama should be at any second. Well, they're not exactly wrong. Let's do this! Come on, come and get me! I'm not called Jeff the Killer for no reason! Now this is more like it! Jeff, you madman. Back me up, John. Already on it. Huh? Take this! Your head! Calm it, Scarecrow, Missy Scarecrow. Here's the way. Don't worry, it won't hurt anyone who's affiliated with us. It will only hurt our enemies. Oh, what the hell? Where's all this shit everywhere? And, oh, the love. Demonic illusion. Wait, isn't that like Kurenai's Genjutsu? Well, I did base it off of what you call Genjutsu. So I guess you could say I might have run into that little wall. Naruto. Oh, crazy guys at 10 o'clock. Huh? Naruto? Clone Body Slam? Rasengan Fusion! Double Rasengan! Now Izuku. Okay, I'm going 25%. Huh? Detroit? Smash! Ugh! 10 gift for guys in one go. Seems like whenever I got adrenaline pumping, I can really hit hard. Now, Azareth, Metreon. Now, John! Sentos! Spell double conclusion. Now, it should be time. Kurama's moving in. Well, that sounds like a giant, really angry fox. Oh, watch out! Beat you bomb at 5 o'clock! Whoa! Like everything went out. Whoa, Nelly! Kurama, my woman! You know best how to aim as ever. Really? That was a good aim? Yeah, but I really don't know why you turned back. Well, technically I was only thinking I would need to prepare one. Maybe 2 tops, but it seemed as how everything was getting all crazy. I didn't think I would really need the second one to be stored. But I can always try to go into the back to prepare one. Always so that I'll be able to charge. No, I don't think that'll be needed. Besides, there aren't even all that many small fry left for us to take out. Just let me do the rest of the work, boys. I think I got this one. No, you can't.